All right, let's see what we got. Hey guys, happy Monday. First show of the week. It's Ted Bogert back with the Ted Show. We always kick off Mondays with Fierce Forward, our series with the one and only Cindy DeCoster from Fierce Realty. CindyForTheCouncil.com is scrolling across the bottom. She's a realtor, a leader, a speaker, all those wonderful things. And today, after many, many people commented, we are going to have a 101 on what Women's Council of Realtors actually does, why it's important, how it impacts the community and our real estate industry. And there is no better person, in my opinion, to talk about that than the one and only Cindy DeCoster. How's that for an intro, Cindy? Good morning.
That's awesome.
I don't know where I came from, but
thank you. You're channeling your Monday energy. I love it.
Channeling all the negativity out and all the positivity.
Breathing the positive
in. Breathe. All right. So for those people who don't know you, give them a little bit of 411 on Cindy DeCoster, and then we will really start talking about Women's Council, which we talk about on here all the time. And I think it's good for us to explain more in depth what it actually does. So tell them about you.
You know, I love to talk about Women's Council, but first me. So I am Cindy DeCoster. I have been, my husband and I have been a real estate couple since 2001, 100% real estate family since 2003. We opened our Fierce Realty doors in November of 2019, just in time for that pandemic. But because we have been in the industry and we associate ourselves with Fierce Realtors, it was a fantastic year and we couldn't be more proud. I am the slated candidate for Women's Council of Realtors National Treasurer for 2022, and the vote is coming up May 7th, so make sure you're registered for the conference so that you're able to do that. And yeah, I can't wait to dive deep into what the Women's Council is, what the council is and what we stand for. And
because people always, what the first question they always ask me, and then we'll talk about the history. I want you to give them a little background, right? And,
sure.
And what the mission and all of, summarized. But people are like, Ted, why do you talk about it all the time? You're a dude. Right. So I want to get rid of that myth that you can't be a man to be part of it, that you can only, right. Why would you get involved if there's other realtors? Aren't they your competitor? All the naysayers that talk
sure.
about stuff. And then we recently in my brain, switched from chapter to the word network. So we're calling it a network. But I have to give kudos to Cherie Rohn and Linda Sampieri because they're the ones 10 or 12 years ago that sucked me into this amazing world of Women's Council. And they were big leaders then, still are. But I just fell in love with the concept and the empowerment and all the wonderful things. So no further ado, you dive in. Tell us about Women's Council. What even is it? Like, why do we have a Women's Council of Realtors?
Okay, sure. Well, why does any organization form out of a need, right? Out of a necessity. And so the Women's Council of Realtors is a network of successful realtors. And realtors are men and women. But what separates it is we are on a mission to advance women as business leaders in the industry and the communities we serve. So that's really the distinguishing factor. So we are a network of successful realtors. We are not ladies at lunch. We are not just hanging out to hang out. We are not just networking to get together and have lunch or anything like that. We are here to make a difference in our industry, to move us fiercely forward in our businesses, and real estate in general is a cooperating business. It is a collaborative effort to take a buyer and a seller through the home buying purchase process, whether it's cash or it's a lender needed to finance. It is a title company to clear the title. It is an inspection company to make sure that the property meets the buyer's standards. It is the insurance to insure the property. My internet has been awful all weekend.
No judgment. It's Monday. You're good.
It's storms here in Florida.
I know. So, yesterday was insane. Hail everywhere.
Oh, wow. Okay. We did not have hail here in Harmony, but we had crazy windstorms, like crazy.
Well, the hail had to GPS it, try to find out where Harmony is. So wasn't really sure. Sorry.
Yes.
Terrible harmony joke this morning. I love my harmony people. Don't take it.
Yeah, pack a lunch. Come on down.
Pack a lunch. Get your vaccine passport. You're good.
That's right. That is right. So real estate is a cooperating business, and so when we say that we're a network of successful realtors, it is our real estate community that are members. So whether they are strategic partners or affiliate members, like our fabulous VIP mortgage, Ted Roger in the house, or our title companies, inspection companies, insurance, home warranties. All of that is meant to secure the home buying process for our customers. And so take this network of successful realtors making things happen, making waves in the industry to better the experience for the consumer.
And that's the interesting thing. So when I went to the first luncheon, we had regular luncheons back then. It was pre-COVID, and times have changed, obviously. Right. And I thought, oh my God, there's people from different companies and teams, and there's 4 or 5 lenders, 12 really probably, and a whole bunch of title companies. And I thought, why are we all in the same room? It was fascinating to me. Because I did not understand. I know how network's important to me as an affiliate, as somebody who surrounds and supports the realtor, but I couldn't figure out why realtors from other teams and other companies would want to get together. So share that, because I think that's one of the keys that a lot of real estate agents miss. They think, why would I want to spend a whole bunch of time with XYZ? I hate that company, or blah, blah, blah. So tell them the rationale behind this, because it's really simple and a lot of people miss it.
Sure. We are not talking about individual buyers or sellers. We are talking about the real estate concept. We are talking about the industry itself. We are sharing business tips and ideas of how to get better. Because when you come from a land of abundance and not scarcity mindset, you are willing to share. Pull up a seat. I'm happy to share anything and everything that I know, because if I share with you, you will get better, and therefore our industry will get better, and therefore our perception in the world of realtors, more than just sign a contract, sign a listing agreement, put a sign in the yard, and sign at the closing table. That philosophy starts to go away. Instead, it is, what? I'm a more informed consumer as a result of what my realtor shared with me. That if you get better, we all get better. And so I can learn from you, you can learn from me. We all come to the table as realtors. Maybe that's not so much true today. There's a lot of first-time industry people coming into real estate. But for the most part, we were something else. We came from a corporate background. We came from, whether we were teachers, other professions before we came into real estate. We all bring something to the table that's uniquely different. Somebody that works with me is not necessarily going to work with the next realtor or whatever. We're not here to compare like that. We're here to help cooperate and complete each other so that we all get stronger and better together.
Yes. And my biggest thing that I tell realtors when they ask me why is, yes, it's great industry.
Fabulous.
My number one thing for them should be, if we're looking at just business, is that I'm telling you that if you know a realtor from Women's Council, and you like them and have networked with them and have gone to socials with them when we used to have those all the time, then you are more likely to look at their offer when it comes in for your buyer, because you have a relationship with them and you know the quality of their work. You have seen them roll up their sleeves in the community. I mean, it could also work to your disadvantage, but we're going to focus on the good people right now, right? So you meet people there and you go, I really like her or him. And you go out and you function and you go to educational things. And so when that offer comes in, especially in this market, and it comes from somebody you know and have broken bread with and done community service with, you are much more likely to accept that offer than somebody who don't.
Now more than ever, Ooh, was that me?
You're still here.
Now more than ever, it is a relationship business. Who you are in the industry and the community matters. And when we are placed with, a dozen offers, it just gives you that competitive edge. If everything else is the same, we're not saying there's any favoritisms or anything like that, but who you are matters. And when you know the other person on the other side is connected with successful mortgage people and successful title people, inspection, insurance, home warranty, all of that, when their circle is part of your circle, there's a comfort level in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
I just closed a transaction. And so talk about realtors referring. So realtor referrals are more than just realtor to realtor. Okay. So, I'm working with this amazing couple that was referred to me by a women's council member in Port Charlotte, I think it is, and they're moving up to the Orlando area, and so I'm helping them, and I just closed on another women's council referral that was coming from a high school childhood friend of somebody in, I think, Missouri. So you don't know where the referrals will come from. But if you are dedicated to bettering yourself as a realtor, as a professional, then the referrals will come. And then likewise with the affiliate members, if we're breaking bread together and we're happy to support each other and give them the opportunity to grow and expand their business as well. It's not a one size fits all, and it's not like, oh, there's not enough room. When you come from a land of abundance, there's business everywhere.
They're really. Go ahead.
I was going to say, are you attracting the business? Are you speaking in such a way that people want to listen to you? Are you listening in such a way that people want to speak to you? And therefore, it's not, you should never think of the council as a single person. It is the organization is amazing, and they're doing amazing things for each other in the industry, and they're being recognized state and nationally for developing leaders. I can't say enough. It's amazing.
It's an amazing organization. I want to touch base on the charitable side, the community side, but we had a lot of questions before we went live.
Okay.
And I think this is fair because I've also heard this. Ted, isn't it clicky? Ted, aren't there a whole bunch of clicks? And so my answer is, and I want them to give your answer, but I want them to hear mine too. My answer is always, in every organization, you're going to have people with like-minded get together. Whether they choose to be cliquey or not doesn't impact the organization as a whole. And I guarantee you're going to find cliquey people in every single organization. That should not be your hindrance, your stopping. It just is what it is in every organization. You do better, and so the organization will do better, and you don't have to deal with the cliquey if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. Your answer.
So yes, there are cliques in every organization. That's 100% true. And what you look for, you will find. So
exactly.
It's
so true.
If you are looking for so again, real talk here, right? If you're looking for the clicks, you'll find them. If you're looking for the cattiness, you'll find it. But if you're looking for business, you'll find it. If you're looking for business strategies, ideas, innovative thoughts, you'll find it. So again, Jim Rohn is my hero, and you are the sum total of the 5 people you surround yourself with. So who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you looking for? And if you keep seeing all of this negativity, you might want to look in the mirror and say, like, what am I giving off that is shining that light brighter?
Yes, because if you find that and focus on that in every organization you're in, relationship, whatever, you are the common denominator.
Right? Isn't that the damn truth?
I mean, you can't make that up. No, people don't like to hear that, though. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk about the community service angle. And it's not really an angle because it's the truth. Women's Council really gives back to the community, the amount of involvement, the charities, the organizations, the businesses that we support. Talk a little bit about that, because there is an entire side. If you are a charitable, giving back, roll up your sleeves kind of person, then you'll also find a lot of opportunity at Women's Council.
Absolutely. So again, real estate is more than just selling houses. We are building communities. And so we are supplying the churches and the schools and the hospitals, the restaurants, the storefronts, and all of that. So when you understand at a deeper level of what realtors and affiliates do for the community, you kind of like, how can I make a difference? So plugging in to your communities, and everybody is different. Something speaks to everybody because of what they're chemically made up of. Okay, so if you are into so this year, let me just talk about what's happening now.
Oh yeah, let's put you front and center too. So here we go. I'm still here.
Okay, so this year, Women's Council of Realtors Florida is partnering with ANSI, which is an organization about human trafficking, and it's an unsexy topic. It is a scary thought of as a mother and father of girls, but so necessary. Several of our So again, it's raising awareness. It is helping them from the simplicity of maybe it's a suitcase drive, because these women and men, they're actually, men are trafficked as well.
Yes, they are.
It is a really dark topic, but it is important that we shine a light on it and have a conversation.
But we're number 3. We were number 3 in the country. We might have moved up to number 2. I serve on the Lifeboat Project board, and I've also worked with UNICEF on human trafficking. So yes. Florida guys, if you want to bury your heads and don't in the sand, so to speak, and don't believe that it is an issue right here in your own backyard, even if you're in Orlando, I know we've got the mouse, it's rampant here in Florida especially.
It truly is something that deserves our attention, and if we can lend a hand, absolutely. Several of our networks are involved in the PACE program, which is helping young women. So again, starting earlier to put them on the right path. I love that, and a plethora of other organizations that again make a difference, kind of lend a hand in, again, unsexy topics. Like these are the hard conversations that are necessary, that are not popular to talk about. They're uncomfortable at best, but ignorance is not bliss.
Well, no, and I want people to also know that I'm going to put my capitalist hat on, if that's even the right word. Listen to me, you're doing good things for the world, but do you understand that everyone who serves on the board, everyone who goes to those charitable meetings, everybody who shows up at these events, all are potential clients for you all. For sure. And so for you just to look at it as, well, I don't have time for that, or I don't want to get involved. I mean, if you have to force yourself, you're probably there for the wrong reasons, but I can tell you that the benefit is just amazing. And even if it's not from that organization, like Cindy said, coming from an abundance mindset, you will get it back 100 million fold. I just know it from experience.
For sure. And honestly, again, not to sound Pollyanna, but if not you, then who? And if you're always waiting for somebody else to do something to improve, again, I always say this, and it probably sound like a broken record, but if you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem. And so look yourself in the mirror. How do you sleep at night? And one of the things about building communities, if we are not creating a safe space for our people to move in and out of, then come on. So if you want to look at it from a selfish, like what's in it for me, that's also in it for you too. Like
Correct.
not only are you helping others, but you are internally, indirectly helping your own business in the sense that you are making our communities a safer and more desirable place. Stupid.
That's all right. You're good. Just keep talking. You're fine.
So,
if you've ever been on FaceTime, you know how it freezes. It just is what it is.
Just like hope it doesn't freeze on a crazy face. Like,
it usually does, but you're fine.
Usually does. It usually does. So anyhow, it is. We are making a difference in the industry and the communities that we serve. And if you are interested and you want to know more, WCR.org is where you can go to sign up. But please direct message me because in all transparency, the internet is not as fabulous and technology doesn't always work the way it's supposed to. So if you want more information, email me. cindyforthecouncil.com is my website. You can connect with me on all different levels. I will put you in touch with the right network that is in your area. We are nationwide. We are in, I think, 40 something states.
I mean, it's almost 50.
It's almost every state, and if not, for sure in Florida, we have 29 networks in Florida. So we are in your areas. We are making a difference. If you want to be part of the difference, if you want to be the change, then please absolutely reach out to Ted or myself, and we would put you in touch with the right people to help you join. And I always say I did not join the council to get referrals or to hang out with people. I didn't. I joined the council for business reasons. The industry was in the dumps of 2007. And one thing that the people had in common that were making transactions happen is that they were council members. They were not from the same brokerage. They were not in the same longevity in the business. The only thing they had in common, and believe me, I'm one of those nerdy people that like, what is the common denominator? The common denominator was the council. So I sat in the back and I just observed and absorbed all the information on all the training I could get until I felt the pull of like, wow, I'm gaining so much. I can help now. So sometimes you have to fill your cup before you can pour from your cup. Right. And it took me 2 years before I got the tap on the shoulder as a leader amongst leaders. And so again, it is not about a position. It is about a mission to advance women as business leaders. And business leaders is defined in your own home as a business leader or in your industry and the communities that you serve. So if you feel the pull, if you have that itch to get better, be stronger, be smarter about your business. And today's market, I mean, let's talk about that, Ted. Today's market is crazy. Everything is selling before it even hits the market. And if you are not informed, if you are not connected, if you are not known, you're gambling with your livelihood. Right? So it is important who you are in the industry and how you are perceived. So inform yourself, get yourself educated on the market trends, know what's happening, be part of the conversation until, again, be in the room until you can be a part of the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yes. And a lot of people, I think, sit on the fence, and I'm hoping that this show pushes you over the fence. All right. So you can go to WCR.org, or you can reach out to Cindy or me. You can go to cindyforthecouncil.com. There's so many ways to reach Cindy. And of course, we'll be back next week, I believe. That was awesome. So WCR.org, or just reach out to Ted or Cindy, and we will get you in touch with the right network person for you, depending on what area you're in.
We are both passionate people about the council because it has made a significant difference in our worlds.
It has.
And our personal mission is all about paying it forward and making a difference in your world, in your real estate experience. So anything I can do, Ted can do, that's what we're here to do. That's the whole reason of this show, Moving Fiercely Forward, is is just that. How do you do it? What do you need? And I'd love to help you.
Fantastic. All right, Cindy DeCoster. We'll be back next week. Go to cindyforthecouncil.com. Reach out to me. Reach out to Cindy, or go to wcr.org. And if you have questions, then you can reach out to us. Thank you so much, Cindy. Always a great way to kick off the work week with Fierce Forward. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.